What's up, Comic Frontline? It's Mr. J here from Mr. J's Comic Reviews, and I am back once again. This time, I'm actually here to do a comic review for you guys because I just finished reading my books this week, and there is a certain book from Image that I absolutely love that I hear nobody talking about. It's 2 issues in, so I really want to talk about it so I can push this book and more people can read it. It is awesome. It is called Codename Babboushka The Conclave of Death. Well, Codename Babboushka The Conclave of Death is the first story arc, I guess. And it's 2 issues in. That was issue 1. This is issue 2 that came out this week. It is written by It is written by. Um, Give me a second. It is written by Anthony Johnson, and art is by Sari Chanahakama. I'm sorry, I really butchered that name. But the art in here is gorgeous. Just look at that. Look at that. It's amazing artwork. Um, Let me show you a little bit more of the art. This book is so awesome. This book is amazing. The artwork in here is gorgeous. I love it. So this is a book from Image, and just one more look at that artwork. This is a book from Image, and it's a new series. Like I said, the first issue came out last month. We're on issue 2, and pretty much after I read it, I pretty much thought that this book was basically From Russia with Love, but instead of Bond being the main protagonist was Tatiana Romanova. And I read the letters page in the back of the first issue, and that is exactly what the author said. Like, this is pretty much From Russia with Love, but told from Tatiana's perspective. Like, it's that type of story. So basically, the Bond girl, like, the best Bond girl ever, well, at least the best Bond girl in my opinion, Tatiana Romanova, uh, is the template for this main protagonist, um, Anika Melikova, or Melikov. I'm probably mispronouncing her name too. Uh, she is awesome, pretty much, right? So she is the last of this line of Russian nobility, and she also did some work as a mafiosa boss in Moscow. She got pushed out of there and was given political asylum in America. But then she was kind of blackmailed into doing dirty work for government, kind of being an agent, doing all the badass espionage stuff. And now, after like her contract is pretty much up, she gets pulled back in the game again. And show you some action scenes here because she is pretty badass. Pretty much in the first issue, she has to basically kill this guy, one of the crime bosses that's kind of been summoned to this meeting of bosses, crime lords, and she is there to bid on this intel given by this, ex CIA agent who has just basically a bunch of intel on these like government secrets, blackmailed governments, and just all the different surveillance intel and all this stuff. And basically, the American agency that is blackmailing Anika, wants her to get the intel for the agency and by infiltrating the conclave. And unfortunately, the conclave is being held on the boat, and the boat gets attacked by Somalian pirates. Here's an awesome action scene of Anika just kicking major ass here. Look at that. That's so cool. This book is awesome. It reads like a Bond movie. But instead of starring James Bond, basically it stars Tatiana Romanova. And something that I thought was really cool was that if you look at this guy here, Seamus Sterling, his name is, that guy right there in the corner. You look at him here, he actually looks very much like a young Sean Connery. Like, and if we look at him here in this office, like, you see him here in this panel here, he looks a lot like Sean Connery James Bond. I thought that was awesome. That was an awesome touch. She's also, when she's on the deck here, she's reading another classic spy thriller novel. You know, Nothing Lasts Forever. You see that right there. A lot of homages to classic spy stuff, and I love it. This is action-packed. This is a nice thriller, and it's just so interesting. It just plays like a Bond movie. The plot isn't really complicated. It's one of the, it's one of those in and out missions, and I like the formatting of this book from the way the author explained it. Pretty much, each mission is going to be like a kind of 12-issue story arc, or at least a 6-issue story arc, and each year they'll have, like, by the time each year wraps up, we'll have a new mission, and the Conclave of Death is the first mission. So it'll be kind of like a, you read it like it's its own separate film. Like, think of this like the Bond movies. How, like, imagine if, like, Man with a Golden Gun was separated into, like, separate parts and put into one issue, to one arc as a movie. That's how I kind of see Conclave of Death, and this is pretty awesome. This chick has an interesting backstory from what I can gather, and she's pretty badass, very intelligent. She has her own Q type of person, with a guy named Gregory, who handles all her tech and her surveillance, and he's kind of, the voice in her ear and monitoring the cameras and stuff. Cool dude. A lot of clandestine cloak and dagger stuff. A lot of the geopolitics of espionage and being a spy, and it's just pretty awesome. I highly recommend you guys check out this series from Image because I love it. If you're a Bond fan, you'll definitely love it. I highly recommend it. I can't talk about it enough. If you guys check out this series, let me know in the comments below, as always, and let me know what you thought about it if you gave it a shot. And if you have read it, tell me what you think about it. And also in the comments, if you are a Bond fan, let me know what your favorite Bond movie is in the comments below, because mine, obviously, is From Russia with Love. So, until next time, guys, this is Jay from Mr. J's Comic Reviews, and like I always say, once comic book geek, always comic book geek. Oh, and one last thing, if you want me to continue reviewing Codename Babboushka on this channel, like as just that individual issue review, let me know also in the comments below. But yeah, as I was saying, this is Jay from Mr. J's Comic Reviews for Comic Frontline. And like I always say, once comic book geek, always comic book geek. Until next time, guys, das vidanya.